I'm trying jalapeno Tabasco flavored ice cream. Alright, good morning everyone. This is Preethi. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber and if you're new here, then welcome. It is the final day of what's been such an eventful trip here in Louisiana, and I'm leaving Lake Charles to go all the way to Lafayette. I feel like Lake Charles has been so nice. I feel like I would like to come back and, experience more of the nightlife and the culture and the art, because there's literally so much happening. I feel like I barely scratched the surface, but like whatever I have seen has been so brilliant. So I'm also really looking forward to Lafayette, because what we have on the itinerary today is super interesting. I can assure you that you've heard of what I'm going to be doing, and I'm pretty excited to be showing it to you. So let's hop into the car. Let's get going and let's enjoy this last day in Louisiana together. So just grabbed a quick breakfast at this place called Stellar Bean, which is like a really interesting Star Wars themed cafe. And I actually met this really interesting guy over there who we got told about him at the museum yesterday. The guy who was playing the guitar to like fine-tune his motor skills. It's so interesting. As an artist, there's so much art in the cafe. That's exactly why I want to come back. Wow, man, I'm gonna miss Lake Charles. So you know how we Indians love our food, and especially when we're traveling abroad, we're like, we want masala, we want spice, and we're like, we should carry a bottle of hot sauce with us just to like drizzle it over our meals. Well, let me tell you something. When you're in Louisiana, you're not going to want to do that. A, because the food is great, and B, because this is the home of the Tabasco. And that is exactly where I'm at right now. I'm at Avery Island, which is where the Tabasco sauce was born. And I'm going to go on a little tour around the area to discover more about this very iconic sauce that has made it worldwide and is a household name for everybody. I already got my tickets, and the tour is self-guided, so we can actually just take our time with it and do whatever. And just kind of, pace it out and spend time understanding more about the sauce itself, more about the bottling plant. And also they gave us like this little bottle of Tabasco. It's so cute. It's like a little souvenir they gave us with the ticket, but there's also a gift shop where we can obviously pick up like lots more to take back home with us. Let's go. So the first part of the tour happens in this little museum that's right next to the ticket counter, and this was the space where they basically explain the family history along the walls and the processing, like a method of preparation in these little sections over here. So we learn about like the three main ingredients, which is basically salt, vinegar, and the peppers, and what it goes to actually become Tabasco. And it's pretty interactive. There's like a TV screen where you can watch it, or you can just read it, and there are like tidbits from, its origin itself. There's a really pretty dress over here. Very sure. So stop 2 is the greenhouse, where they're basically cultivating the peppers, and there are 3 different kinds of peppers in there. There are jalapeno peppers, habanero peppers, and of course Tabasco peppers. Now they also have fields where they grow all of these peppers, and they're spread across, well, Avery Island of course, and Central and South America as well, because of the scale of production. So it is sourced from all these places, but it is all produced only over here. So the third stop is the barrel warehouse, where they basically store the mash in these white oak barrels, and those are reinforced with stainless steel bands, because the sauce can be so hot it can just eat through those bands. And the whole process from mash to sauce takes like 5 years, so it's a very specific process. at the gift shop and there are some pretty crazy things over here. Yeah, like the merch is insane. There are Tabasco onesies, there's Tabasco flavored chocolate, there's Tabasco flavored popcorn, there's all kinds of Tabasco which we don't get back home, so I'm obviously picking up a few of those bottles for my folks as well. There are hanging keychains with little bottles of Tabasco to want something on the go, so I feel like, yeah, this is where you might want to shop for all your hot sauce needs if you want to. There is like this entire counter where you can taste all the Tabasco with maybe some pretzels or something, and they also have a Tabasco flavored ice cream which I definitely want to try. I'm trying jalapeno Tabasco flavored ice cream. Oh my god. There's like a slight kick of spice that hits the back of your throat, but otherwise you actually just taste the jalapeno pepper, which is a very fulfilling flavor, and I just feel like this could be like a proper ice cream flavor that I would buy. Alright, shopping done, although I have a feeling I'm going to go back and pick up more sauces. Oh my god, I mean they're like $3, so like why not? So I'm heading to the restaurant now, it's right next door. Gonna grab some lunch before heading for the next plan on the itinerary. So I'm frying the shrimp Preethi, which is a very traditional Creole preparation. It's a creamy sauce, lots of shrimps in it, and it's prepared with some butter, onions, tomatoes, and it's mixed up really nicely. And it smells so good. And it's served with some rice. My god, I'm finally trying this. I've been wanting to, so let's see what it's like. So creamy, oh my god, it's so creamy. Yeah, this is really good. Cheesecake with praline Tabasco drizzle. I cannot wait to try this. After the ice cream, I'm already impressed with what they're doing with their desserts. So, look at this. Oh my god, spicy cake. Oh my god. It's delicious, but man, that spice just went right there. I can't stop though. It's quite good. I had to be stopped from finishing that praline sauce. It was hitting my throat, but it was so good. I was like, oh my god, this is delicious and I can't stop having it, but I should. It was delicious. Like lunch was very nice. The two-phase, I think one of my top dishes over here in Louisiana now. And much as I would like to take a nap, we actually have a very interesting experience planned. I'm at the Vermilionville Living History Museum. I have not been to a living history museum before, so I don't really know what to tell you yet, but we'll find out together.
But Vermillionville here, it's a historic folk life park, so we have historic structures that we moved here, but also we have a big performance center where every Sunday we have a local band, a Cajun or Zydeco band, occasionally a swamp pop band, but it's always a band from the area performing local varieties of music. So today we have, I think Jason Huval is his name, and his band. And they're going to be playing some Cajun music in here. So, and I'll describe some differences between them as we go on. But you'll hear the songs mostly in French music. But of course, Cajun music, like anything else, continues to grow and change. So over the 20th century, there's been other influences in it. You'll hear that it takes on kind of a country western sound. There, you can hear the slide guitar. I knew that was coming. And so they're playing a waltz right now. So we'll see some people dancing in here. I'm gonna get my talking done because it's real loud inside. So if y'all wanna follow me.
All right, thank you.
So you have the staircase on the outside here leading up to an attic. And inside this house, we call it Maison des Cultures because we have our three major cultures, information about them with placards on the wall, both in English and in French. So we have two tribes in this area that would have pretty much the entire southern coast of modern Louisiana would have been the domain of two indigenous tribes up to the colonial period. The land that it was on, or the plantation that it was on, dates back about 3 decades before that. And this would have been the center of a vacherie. a cattle plantation.
Good afternoon.
Peppy, how you doing? Some folks visiting from India.
Welcome.
Thank you.
If you'd like me to show you around the house, you're welcome to come inside and take a look. It is a beautiful example of a rural Louisiana Creole home. Most of the woodwork inside the house is original, including the floors. The reason this walkway is in place on the floors is because the house is made entirely of the native red cypress, which unfortunately is a very soft wood. But if you come inside, you'll see the layout of the house. This room that we're standing in right now would have originally been the living and dining room. The rooms off to the sides would be bedrooms. You may have noticed, like all of the other houses at our museum, there are a lot of doors and windows. That's because it gets very hot here in the summer.
In addition to racial segregation being written into our educational laws by the 1890s, despite the fact that the first law creating public school in 1868 said that public schools were to be integrated, not segregated. Now, the cotton we grow here is native, Glossippium hirsutum, but of course Europeans had cotton before from different areas. Cotton's one of those plants that did exist on both sides of the Atlantic, and it comes in a lot of different colors, but for our purposes we have essentially two colors that were grown here. You had coton jaune and coton blanc. It's a yellow cotton, but in English we call it brown.